So that's kind of a tip, is to store the framelits on magnetic pieces. It just keeps them very easy to get to and easily accessible, and you don't really have to worry about them falling off. Although it sounds like they just did, didn't it? All right, next thing we do is we're going to stamp our items. This may have to be a part 2 because my thing's turned off. All right, we're going to stamp Sweet Wishes. We're going to stamp You Make Me Happy with our lovely lipstick. And again, push on the back. Fold. Actually, that's all we're really stamping are those 2 things. So I've got Early Espresso for Sweet Wishes, and I've got Lovely Lipstick for You Make Me Happy. Okay, just note, if you are a new stamper, you usually want to go ahead and stamp first before you use the Big Shot. I lucked out. Now the other beauty is I have the back. If I messed this up, I could have used the back of this too. And then Sweet Wishes is going to go on here. Or maybe not right now. Maybe we'll make this, because my Sweet Wishes is in the other room. We'll do Celebrate. We'll do Sprinkled with Love. So this is going to be not just for the young boyfriend, but for someone a little more serious. Okay. Or we could do To the Best. Yeah, let's do this. This will still fit on there. This one says, To the Best Friend a Girl Could Ask For. And that's also from the same, this is red though. I don't think I want red with that one. I really do want Early Espresso. So, okay. I'm just going to stamp it off on my sheet. Yeah, To the Best Friend a Girl Could Ever Ask For. We'll just do that version. Okay, so that is going to go on the smaller oval. And again, really you want to, and then let those dry. I'm actually going to do one on the back too, just because I'm not sure that I like how that was placed. So that's the beauty. You can always do front and back. Yeah, that's much better. Da. So that's the beautiful thing about Stampin', is you always have choices. Sweet Wishes is a stamp in the stamp set. It's just that I left it in the other room. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're actually going to take these 2 pieces and you're going to glue them together, but you're not going to glue on the bottom, because this bottom part is actually what fits over the box. Oh, and look at that. I got ink on it. Okay, and that way you have a little more leeway, and you can place it where you want. I did, like, I moved it over 1, 2, 3 for the cupcake, and I just thought that was kind of a nice little thing. And since I do, we will go ahead and I will go ahead and fussy cut this real fast. But by the way, while I'm doing this very quickly, just so you know, Stampin' Up! Has celebration. Is if you buy $50 worth of product, you get an extra free gifts, and you get to choose your gifts that you want from the catalog. So on February 15th, they're coming out with a whole bunch of new gifts for customers. Now, if you're a demonstrator, we actually got to order some of this product on February 1st, but that's the second wave of free product. Your first wave of free product customers can actually get right now, and if you're interested in getting a catalog, please let me know. I will be happy to send it to you. So right now, if you notice, I'm having to snip this figure out, but that's fine. but perhaps in the future I'll have a die cut for that. All right, so let's get, now with this, I actually like to use my Tombow glue. It gives me play, and I don't have to like put it down and it's like, oh, it's stuck. So if I say, okay, I want that there and there, and then I'm going to put the cupcake here, and I'm going to put, now the cupcake, we're going to use dimensionals to keep it up. So again, I'm only gluing on the top part of this. I could use my tear and tape here if I wanted to, but I am going to use the Tombow glue. So I know where I want that placed. You could even trace around that with a pencil if you wanted to. Be sure of its placement. You just want to make sure that you don't get glue too close to this bottom area here, because you're going to need to use that to put it over the flap. Okay, so I've got it. We put it on. I just kind of like it off-centered a bit. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead. Now I can glue on the back of this, just right behind my paper, and on the front, and I can place it on my box wherever you want it to be. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I want room for my cupcake and a little bit up higher. Again, with the Tombow glue, you have a little bit of playtime. If I had done that with tear and tape, you could do it, but you'll be like pulling it off and you might rip it. Now see, the back still looks good too. Now my cupcake, I want it to stand out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it does stand a little bit out from the box. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And the beauty of Stampin' Up! Is they have different sizes. So I can use the larger ones, and then I could use my little mini ones as well. The dimensionals, just put them on the back. Again, I'm going to have to use my Stampin' Up! Pick 'em Up tool, because there's wax paper on the back of these two. So one side is sticky, and then the other has the wax paper. So I'll need to use that. Okay. And then I'll use, I don't even know if I need to use a mini actually. Okay. Just kind of take the spatula so I can get those pieces off. And put that on top of the box. Now, while I'm doing this, Stampin' Up! Also has a really special right now too. If you want to become a demonstrator, you join for $99, and I think with tax it's $102, but you get to pick out $175 worth of product with that demonstrator order when you start up. Now if you want to get this free canvas bag, it's an extra $30, so I think the cost to you is $135, and you get $202 worth of free product. So if you want to do that, you can come join us in San Antonio. You don't have to be in San Antonio, but again, my website is stampinwithdiane.stampinup.net. So you can get all kinds of information. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the cupcake on. Since that didn't line up perfectly, I'm just gonna cover that. Of course, you can make your frosting in so many different fun colors. And then with since I'm doing You're the Best Friend a Girl Could Ever Ask For, I'm gonna go ahead and put dimensionals on that too. With the cupcake, you want to be sure also not to put, which I did, I put some on the back and I shouldn't have put it right there. So I'm probably just going to take some blue paper and put it back there. So that's the thing, it's always fixable. I'm going to have to cut the blue paper so it matches, because you can't have a cupcake with a different color on the other side. I'm just going to put that back there to the best friend the girl could. And again, I kind of like the slants. I love the early espresso with the balmy blue. I think it's just adorable. I'm going to use the what colors do we want to put? So you have a choice of colors. I've got the bright candy dots. So really, I mean, that's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and use maybe something dark because I've got the dark print. I'm just going to place that on there. And, you know, always, it seems like we always like to use threes. I was never, not an art instructor or anything, but it seems to me that we always use threes. I know in journalism we always try to use photos with either three. Okay, so I've got a third color. What should it be? What should it be? Should we go with, I'm going to go with the pink. Or yellow. No, we're going with pink. I mean, guys are not afraid of pink. I just like those colors together. Could do red. Oops. Okay. This is why I love the pick 'em up tool. I don't know if you saw that go flying. Well, that would look too much like a face. Okay, we'll make it like that. It'll look like it's a little cartoon thing coming from the cupcake. And then we have our You Make Me Happy, but remember we've got our strip across. And I don't know if you noticed, but this is the big squares, these are the little squares. So on the other, these are big squares, and the other side of the paper is small squares. So I'm going to use my trimmer to just, that's why I said the circle is perfect, because I'm just going to cut right along that line. And that'll give me a good size strip. I'm using the lovely lipstick red for the background behind that white sentiment. Okay, so I will get my Big Shot out again and do that. Okay, I'm going to use the Tombow glue again. I could use a tear and tape here, which really, for someone like me who uses so much glue, the tear and tape would probably be a good idea. Okay, and see, so that just goes right across there. It adds a nice little detail, I think, having the little squares there. I could just put that there, but I think it would get lost. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Big Shot again to make this little red oval. And that will go behind that oval. And then we have our project is set. I think they have these Big Shots now in, I wanted to show you something too while I do that, is there is a box. Stampin' Up! Makes pre-made what they call gable boxes, and so if you wanted to order these and just put the decorations on there, you could. I mean, hey, it's not everybody always has time. So again, I'm going to use an oval. I'm going to put it near the top because we just always want to have as much paper as we can. I don't have to roll it all the way through because my oval is just right at the top. This one may be even bigger than the one I've got. Oh, okay. All right. And now we've got a background for our little guy. Oh, I think it's bigger than that one, but okay. That may be too big. But you know what? We're going to go with it. And there we go. We've got... Yeah, I may go ahead and make a smaller one because, I don't know. What do you all think? We've got the large and we've got the small. I think it's fine too. It may not sit though. That's going to be the issue. We'll stick up. And there it is. So again, if you would like to see the instructions with all the different products that are used, it gives specific details and step by step. And I might even post this one with, this is the same style box, but we used a different stamp set. But I've got the step-by-step instructions so that you all can make this. And thank you for visiting, and have a great day. And we will come back with another great project.